Some time ago, this was a peaceful village of Zaporizhzhia region, but now it's considered a gray zone, which means not entirely under Ukrainian and not entirely under Russian control. We have arrived here to spend around 10 days, the whole rotation with a drone unit called Rafinat, which belongs to 1st Assault Regiment. And our goal is to document the warfare and what's going on here with the Russian offensive operation or Ukrainian counteroffensive. The village. I had never heard of it before and probably never would have if not for this job. There are hundreds of villages like this all along the front line with the same eerie, abandoned atmosphere. But here it feels different. Maybe because it's so fresh. A few houses are still intact. At the end of 2025, Russian forces made a major push towards Gulay-Pole, slowly advancing closer and closer to this area. Until, at some point, it became possible to meet them face to face. And that's exactly what happened to this crew.
We took off and started flying, but there was a strong headwind. My mattress started drifting and switched into ATTI mode. I lost the connection and it got carried away to a nearby street.
We were relaxed, didn't even put any armor on. We did take weapons in case, because you never know, an FPV might show up.
We entered the yard. I saw my mattress lying there in the garden. Perfect, almost like it was just waiting for us. We went to the house to wait out an FPV threat before grabbing our drone and leaving.
We ran under a roof to stop and have a smoke. We didn't want to go inside and disturb anyone. Some of our guys might be positioned there. Then I thought, okay, maybe I'll go and meet our guys after all. I walk in, and there's a dude standing by the wall. My first thought was, fuck, Russian. Then he steps back, all relaxed. I'm thinking, well, maybe he is one of ours. He was dressed all in white, so it was hard to tell. I ask him, hey man, what's under your winter camo? He lifts it, and that's it.
We immediately realized Russian. I ask, how many of you? He answers 2. Where's the second? Sick, in the basement. Where are your weapons? Also in the basement.
We run in, all out of breath, pumped. Bro, we brought you a Russian. He opens the door, just frozen, like, what the hell's going on? Then we gear up and go back for the second. We get here and I could already smell it. We open the doors and the basement is open and there's smoke coming out. And here are their anti-drone cloaks. Multicam on one side, Russian pattern on the other. We shout, come out! Silence. Come out or we throw a grenade. Then, okay, I surrender. And that's how we got the second one. They were just a couple of idiots. Flag off tick guys.
Flag off tick is a Russian technique used commonly to create an image of control. Raising flags in supposedly captured areas to report success up the chain of command.
They were supposed to unfurl their flag near a vehicle, as if they had captured the village. A drone would film it in a wide shot, showing the village and the flag. Basically staged footage for propaganda. They were waiting for the right time, and 2 more guys were supposed to join them.
Благодарю экипаж Рафинат за сохраненное нам здоровье и желаем таких же успешных работ дальше.
Normally, crews like this see Russians from at least 10, 15, 20 kilometers away. But Russia's infiltration tactics do what they're meant to do. Out of 10 soldiers who dare to sneak past drones, mines and infantry, 2 make it through. Then from the next group, 2 more. And that's how we end up seeing cases like this more and more often. This one ended well, almost by miracle.
Honestly, this wasn't bravery. It was kind of stupid. We just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and they at the wrong one.
A trophy. I like it a lot. I've already kitted it out myself and used it a bit. Put an RPK mag in it, 45 rounds, and added a grip. It's unloaded. AK-12, 3rd generation, 2023 model.
We are based on artillery reconnaissance, so we don't usually work infantry. Mostly we target artillery and logistics. If you cut logistics, artillery stops working. If you destroy artillery, logistics becomes pointless. That's how you clear the area.
Можна сказати, що ви, типу, частково закриваєте от контрбатарейну боротьбу.
Exactly. And it works better than artillery versus artillery. Most strikes now are done with radio-controlled drones. We are developing that direction to reach deeper into enemy rear.
Right now, the battlefield is believed to be dominated by fiber optic drones. We've covered how they work in our report about the Signum Battalion, but Rafinat mostly relies on radio connection. And here, in Zaporizhzhia, it actually makes sense. So last night, while setting up the drone for another flight, we had Russian drone fly very close to our position and smash into the field next to it. And today is the next day, and it's quite early. I think you can tell by my face. And we want to basically go out from the position and explore a little bit, check out what kind of drone it was, what ammunition did it carry.
We have this part when we drive here, when we have to cross a couple of open fields. In Donbass, you can move between tree lines. Here, sometimes it's 1.5 kilometers of open ground that you have to drive or walk through. If they spot you, you're stuck in a kill zone with nowhere to hide.
Це бімба?
Обережно дивись, братан. У нас це бімба, то вона ж не проводі, я неї не бачу.
Ну да, це бімба.
Да, це їхня, це диви.
Бімба?
З чекою. Чи що?
Стрёмно.
Це дебіли.
А еще что под крылом, видишь, подлево?
То мотори.
Що там під ямком? Це мотори.
То мотори.
Куди наша бімба?
Тяжелый?
Та ні, можна сидіти справді.
Я возьму.
Ага, дякую. А, це камера.
So this is what I'm talking about. If the enemy drone is flying towards me, I have to run for another 500 meters, and I'm not making it for sure.
Тут ландшафти більш рівні.
The landscape is flat,
Степи, поля.
open horizon, very clean signal.
На рахунок ребу у нас проблем тут взагалі немає.
We don't really have EW problems here combined with this terrain. So you can fly low and it works really well.
І вуса не замкнулися. Ти можеш мануально підривати.
Як підривають?
Мануально.
Струя, от яким?
Нажми на себе.
Да, это как армия.
На, камуль прям в неї.
Вуса не замкнулися.
This is the team. Grim, the pilot, Grinich, the navigator, Torash, the relay pilot, and DJ is the newcomer. This is his first combat deployment to the front line. For Grim, these combat tasks are also somewhat new. In civilian life, he was a photographer, but with the start of the full-scale invasion, he joined the Da Vinci Wolves unit to serve as an infantryman.
Да, думаю, не в піхоті.
In the infantry, I always had a camera in my kit.
В РПС лежав фотик.
The first one I bought myself, an Olympus 70G.
70G, щось таке.
I was always taking photos of my brothers. This is the first photo of my comrade who was killed, my best friend, call sign Golem. I took it in a trench. This whole series of photos, I was freezing badly in the trench at the time. This series is from Bakhmut. Back then, we were holding the Road of Life with the Da Vinci Wolves. The set of photos from that trench, from that day, is my favorite.
While in the air, we see Russians, a lot of them. They run, drive, build, and dig like termites. Their sheer numbers are intimidating. They just never seem to end. What helps deal with them is our ammunition. Pesticides. All kinds, different shapes and sizes. Even the bomb that we just found, within minutes, will be sent back. Ukrainian ping pong.
Що, бро, розкажи, що робиш.
Ти бімби, зроблю свою і відправлю назад.
Мене тут прикольно. Ну подивимося під крило. Як воно класно.
So this is the room where we spent most of our time here. It's a working zone for the guys. They operate drones from here, and also all of us, we sleep here because this is the only warm room here. The dugout itself is like the biggest dugout I've been probably forever. And apparently it was a command control point for a completely different unit. But since the front line became closer and closer, it's now a FPV position for the guys. This room is also of dual purpose. DJ and Grinich, they prepare drones for their final flight. And also we have a kitchen zone. And this below is our new friend. I call him Zeus. He is very cute. Here we have ammunition storage. Right in this room and in the corridor. And to the left is the room where prisoners of war were kept, the captured Russians. They were kept over here for a while. We still can see the red tapes that they use on the front line. Here we have more and more ammunition. Really, there's a lot of ammunition. And there's even more room up there, but I don't want to show it to you because it's a toilet zone and we use plastic bags and plastic bottles to go to the toilet, especially during the night, because you don't want to be a warm spot on Russian thermal visors here, especially during the night. That's about it.
Сьогодні щось активні.
We have reached half of our deployment here, and it's already the longest I have been on combat positions, let alone in gray zone. And what can I say? As you can see, the sun is out and it's early spring, and you feel the urge to go outside, get some vitamin D on your skin. but we rarely had the opportunity to do so because of the drone threat. That's what you are hearing right now, and because simply of amount of work that the guys have.
Там значок, як на вирії, понял, бля, целик?
In terms of the unit's work, there are lots of ups and downs. There were good days, there were mediocre days. I'm kind of still amazed by the distances they are able to cover with the radio-controlled FPV drones, but there are still many issues with them. The landscape and the wind may work in or against our favor. In some cases, the ammunition may not explode. Still, they were able to inflict a lot of damage during this period. We also start to see the tendency that Russians are having more and more movement in the villages, that the guys fly over. So for Grim and his team, it's now basically a question of finding out when exactly Russians are doing all those logistical routes, troops rotations and supply deliveries to finally catch them. And that's what we're gonna explore during the next couple of days.
Погнали, к хаті лучше.
So this is basically our mental health walk, because we have to spend all the time in a dugout.
Отут в цих ящиках я реп один модний.
We moved to this position in December. It was very tense here. A lot of equipment, a lot of artillery. Around the end of December and into January, fuckers started appearing here. Pardon my French. When we were flying, they were just walking along completely relaxed. Then we'd fly over and a guy would stop and look up like, drone.
У цих маскалатах ми їх ловили. І ось вони сюди заходили і скинули їх далі, пішли, ну їх вже в'їбали.
Russian Stone Island. Як по звуку змінилася обстановка?
По звуку, та менше почав працювати, все арта, все менше працює, саме тут. Саме оптики точно менше стало.
Слава Богу. Sometimes it's kind of very quiet here. Generally, it really feels like Russians were pushed back for a while now. One camera operator, a man, a machine. Yeah, this is how we work now. Well, NRK. The UGV inside. Fucked up.
Братан, знайшов 2 ТМ-ки. Забираємо.
Не зря вийшли, да, братан?
Да, вообще охуєнно. Вообще класно. Може
Сподіваюсь, що нормально.
Я надіюсь, може навіть запустити. Можливо, не попробуємо полетіти з великою темкою, а не частинкою.
Мені, звісно, не понравились ці з камерою. Возле моєї позиції.
Братанчик, ти їм скажи, коли вони проїдуть, хай хоч ніде не вилажують ці кадри. А то не ходять по селу, знімають всю потім приїдуть, вилажуть, а потім нас тут кабами укриють усе, тут сотруть все з лиця землі, якщо не узнають, що в цьому селі. Репортери були, ще й знімають, ідуть.
Фу, веселіше стало, тому що ми на вулицю сходили, трохи кисню пікнули, на вулиці сонечко таке. Єдине, що жужжать після от літає, поняв? Ну прям вампіри, шмампіри, півічки, все.
During the last couple of days, the wind got crazy strong, more than 10 meters per second, but the main problem with it is its direction. It's straight into our face, which makes it very difficult for Grim and the team to reach any targets and to fly into them. Also, it impacts it in a way that the Ukrainian winged UAVs that do the reconnaissance are also incapable of reaching the areas of interest. So the work has been quite stagnant. On the other hand, for the Russian drones, for the Russian pilots, it's gotten much more convenient to reach the Ukrainian rear positions. And normally, in the end of the day, we get the statistics of how many drones, Russian drones, landed in our area. And during these last couple of days, the number increased for a couple dozens to 100 plus FPV drones. War is not always about action. In 2026, even though combat is more dangerous than ever, in some ways it has also become the most comfortable it has ever been. It's warm in our dugout. We have food, electricity, and a stable Wi-Fi connection. In our free time, we can watch films, read books, and call our families, but most importantly, catch up on sleep. These days, Igor, our cameraman, is celebrating his birthday. We wish him good health. Today is day 10 of our deployment here, and I feel like we've gotten used to our routine quite well. The saddest part for me personally is the absence of proper shower, but we have a substitute. It's a dry shower, it's a hiking option. Also, it's quite difficult seeing all the supplies slowly but steadily go away. Things like water, food, gas. That is the reason why we do these trips around the village to borrow some from neighboring units.
Нікого немає, нікого не знаходимо, взагалі пусто.
During one of these walks, we came across Russian soldiers. Dead. Next to them, another Russian flag, already slightly burned. I wonder how many bodies are scattered around this village just to raise a flag. But after some time, the drought is over. Our earlier finds dated back from the USSR are going to be sent back where they belong, in the house full of Russian troops. Like the Smiths sing, some bombs are bigger than others. This one is the biggest that we have. On this high note, it's time to pack. Tonight, after 11 days, we are being replaced by the other team. Before we head out, this is my traditional message of encouragement for you to support the unit directly via PayPal or other sources. As you have already learned, the guys are young and very motivated, so if you want them to continue doing their work, to continue destroying Russian artillery, Russian logistics and capturing more Russian POWs, please go ahead and support the unit directly.
Іди сюди! Рекс!